now. I'm so honored that he is here. Pulitzer Prize-winning author and renowned presidential historian, Jon Meacham. Jon, what is in your heart and your head right now? All I can think is I have heard you say lies can sink presidents. Every single day, the White House lies.
Yep. Well, you know, Donald Trump is the only president who could make both the Statue of Liberty and the Boy Scouts controversial and bring them into the Thunderdome that he's turned the presidency into. You know, he has this incredibly casual relationship with the truth and with facts. And the issue is, if he can be so casual about something as basic as the form in which he has a conversation, you know, at what point is there going to be any restoration of trust when he actually has to say something real and important about the national interest? How does he speak to and define the national interest when your whole broadcast, if you put the broadcast in a time capsule, you know, it would, and handed it back, people in the past would say there's no way one presidency could create this much chaos this quickly. But that's our new reality.
What does it mean for future presidents? If you say Bush gave us Obama, Obama gave us Trump, what does this mean going forward? Because some have said, well, he's opened the door for other business guys to run for office. He's changed the game. Or will we have a backlash from this?
Well, you're exactly right. The country tends to overcorrect, right? So we go from, for instance, the last World War II president, George H.W. Bush, to the first baby boomer president. We go from Bill Clinton to George W. Bush. We go from George W. Bush to Barack Obama. We go from Barack Obama to Donald Trump. You know, you would think this is a historical pinball machine. But there's something in the American soul that wants to move from side to side. The curious thing about Trump is Trump an aberrant chapter in the American story, which is one's hope, or is he the beginning chapter of a whole different story and a darker and more disturbing one? And to me, that's the central question we have to grapple with.
Well, we got to know the answer. You mentioned the Statue of Liberty. I want to replay just a portion of what we heard yesterday from Stephen Miller, because for me, it was jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
What the president's proposing here does not sound like it's in keeping with American tradition when it comes to immigration. The Statue of Liberty says, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. It doesn't say anything about speaking English or being able to be a computer programmer.
The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of liberty enlightening the world. It's a symbol of American liberty lighting the world. The poem that you're referring to that was added later is not actually part of the original Statue of Liberty.
So here we are now questioning when the poem was written. What the Statue of Liberty and that poem is a symbol, is a representation of what this country means. Is the president, is this administration, whether they're getting legislation passed or not, quietly, slowly chipping away at the fiber of our democracy?
I think that's a live concern, and I think that there's a potential trend toward autocratic tendencies here. There's no question that this is not a normal presidency. It's not a normal moment in the life of the country. We are putting our fundamental institutions, the work of 1787 and 1788 and 1789, to its fullest stress test.
But Jon, people knew that. No one, what President Trump is exactly what people voted for. So is this what America wants?
America wanted to send a clear message to the establishments of both parties, and I think that there was the Trump voters believed that both parties were, as John McCain said the other week in that great speech, that they were complicit in our decline, and they wanted to shake up the system. The messenger here, I think, is the problem. The message itself, you know, is certainly a relevant one. It was probably worth sending an unconventional person into the Oval Office to see what would happen. It just seems to me we sent someone so far beyond the bounds of normalcy that it's a very risky proposition.
Before we go, the administration tries hard to compare President Trump to President Reagan. What do you think of that?
Well, compare just one example for that, and folks can go Google it. Stephen Miller yesterday questioned whether the Statue of Liberty symbolized immigration and the openness of America. Ronald Reagan's farewell address, he talked about all the pilgrims from all the lost places hurtling through the darkness toward home, toward the shining city on a hill. And that was Reagan. Trump is questioning what the Statue of Liberty means.
Thank you, Jon Meacham. Honored to have you on today.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Coming up, much more on NBC's exclusive.